B2B market for companies just like yours with respects to AR workflows and processes. Very manual, very labor intensive, very costly, um, very inefficient. So before we built our solution that we're going to provide an overview of here shortly, I wanted to let you know that we actually went out into the field and to the market and spoke with companies, again, just like you, to find out what they thought was important. And believe it or not, which makes sense when you think about this, accounts receivables is obviously you're receiving your payments in from your customers. So with the folks that we spoke to, and we spoke to hundreds, said prioritizing customer satisfaction was important to them. They saw that, with that customer satisfaction with regards to not only their products or their services, how they spoke to them, etc., anything and everything with their company and utilizing their brand, they looked at this as an opportunity to improve their sales. So as you can see from these very, very interesting and fun facts with regards to the percentages that we're showing you here, wholesale distributors that prioritize their customer experience realize between a 4 and 8% higher revenue increase over their competitors. 60% of decision makers research potential suppliers' customers' reviews. 89% of customers consider moving to competitors following a poor customer experience with a brand. And then at the first bullet, 75% of wholesale distributors agree customers' experience help drive their buying decision, which in turn increases sales. Now, I know it sounds very obvious, and you really don't always equate accounts receivables with customer service. But we found with our existing customers that we're helping to make these types of statistics real and improving their overall customer experience and improving their sales by allowing and automating and making accounts receivables not only easier internally for you and your AR group, your accounting group, collections group, inventory group, everyone within the organization, but also for your customers. So what we saw with the challenges that we picked up with our research, customers had little way or no way to pay wholesaler distributors easily. Limited options to solve for manual AR processes and workflows. So very manual, very time consuming, very labor intensive with regards to how you get invoices out, with how you get statements out. Did the customers receive their statements? Are they calling in because they said they didn't receive statements or they didn't receive invoices? And then obviously being able to pay you efficiently and quickly and timely. Probably we found through our statistics, still 60% of the majority of companies are still receiving paper checks for their customers. That's very risky, very time consuming, and processing those. Risky for your customers because they're putting a paper document out into the US mail that has all their banking information on it. And it's risky to you once you get those inside if you're using a third party for a lockbox with regards to the cost and time involved with that, the delay in mail, etc. So try to overcome, the most well-known manual and most traditional way of making a payment. And then obviously a lot of people. It takes a lot of people to do things accordingly, to be able to process books, GL, post payments into your ERP systems, etc. And then the duplication of work, which I kind of already mentioned with regards to customers saying, I didn't get the invoice, so you have to send the invoice back out. Things of that nature, answering telephone calls, etc. So we saw these and see these as traditional AR challenges that obviously cost you money and time. It affects your bottom line. So, what has Unified done to eliminate those challenges and to make it more efficient? Well, I'm happy to say is what we've been able to do is we've been able to develop a digital AR system that allows your customers to have ease in how they receive and access their invoices, as well as their statements, both outstanding balances as well as past statements that they paid and past payments that they've made. They could also set up reoccurring payments, future payments, etc. So we've done everything that we possibly can to eliminate those challenges by automating your AR workflows and processes through being able to digitize the whole process for you. So about 4 years ago, we built a integration into your P21 system, your ERP system. Doesn't matter if it's in the cloud or on premise. We support both. It's proven, it's tested, it's in production. We have over 50 P21 customers today that are utilizing the benefits of this integration. And what it's allowed us to do is not only provide you with great efficiencies in getting rid of all that manual process and challenges that I talked about just previously, but it also allows your customers to have 24/7, 365 access to how they're receiving their invoices, how they can pay their invoices, getting confirmation of the payment of those invoices. And then the great thing, once those payments are made, we're unified acts as the processor and the gateway on your behalf to get those. We then match those customers' payments up with all the invoices that they've selected to pay. And we push those back into your P21 cash application so it automatically posts. It eliminates any manual posting, any manual reconciliation, which you may be doing today once you're receiving either a payment over the telephone or that check through the mail, or even that traditional bank ACH. So I'm going to introduce Brittany Rogers, our sales engineer, who's far more eloquent in her speech, and she's going to talk about these different components of our solution to give you a visual of how our solution works and how it would work for you as well. So Brittany, take it away.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Keith. Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. So as Keith mentioned, I'm just going to walk through kind of a 30,000-foot view of how Unified's integration works before we start talking about a little more of the specifics of things we offer within the integration. So what we're looking at here is just an overview of the flow of how the integration functions. So step one, your business would continue to generate invoices the same way you do today, whether that's automatically at the time of shipment. If you have any business rules or tax calculators like Avalara, we don't interfere with any of that. Once the invoice is created, we move on to step two. Now, as Keith mentioned, whether your P21 is hosted on-premise or cloud hosted, we support both of those instances. The one thing I really like to mention when it comes to the support of those is really just the ease of installation. We've set our product up to require as minimal IT resources on your business's side as possible. The total installation time takes around 30 to 45 minutes. We know every IT team needs another project, like they need a hole in the head, for lack of a better term. So we've set that up to be very quick and easy for them. Now, this connection is what handles sending us the invoices. That includes any new invoices, changes, or balance updates around every 15 minutes. We found that this is a vast improvement from the majority of legacy integrations for Profit 21 that tend to send a file maybe once a night or twice a day. We're constantly looking and sending those updates throughout the day to alleviate any duplicate payments or collision of payments for your customers. Step three is where the customer actually processes or makes their payment. This can be done via the smart electronic invoice, the Pay Now page that we have set up for them, or by your business's team behind the scenes in the virtual terminal. The customer also does receive an automated email receipt as soon as that transaction is processed. Now, step four, once paid, step four is where Unified actually receives the payment information. And this is happening even more quickly and more often throughout the day, around every 5 minutes. And then, of course, our final step is P21 applying the cash to close the invoice, and the cycle is complete. The big item I really like to point out throughout this cycle or this flow chart is that the only human interaction in the entire process is on step number 3, and that's the customer actually processing their payment. We do have some automated payment features that if the customer chooses to utilize those, there's actually no human worker interaction that's required by you or the customer themselves. Now, Unified's entire tech stack has been built with something that's referred to as an HTML bootstrap responsive design, which is really just a very fancy way to say that our system is interactive and will respond and reformat depending upon the screen size it's being viewed on. Now, our payment portal is, excuse me, available 365 days a year. But we have found that up to 30% of payments these days are being made after hours. And the vast majority of those payments are being made on a mobile device or tablet of some sort. So we want to make sure that those automatically reformat and make it as easy as possible, even if they are paying on a mobile device or tablet. Now, within the invoice emails we'd be sending on your company's behalf, we do provide your customers the ability to download PDFs with one click directly within those emails. Now, we know a lot of wholesalers, manufacturers, and distributors also have customers that require or utilize document management systems. We absolutely support those, allowing a one invoice per email with a PDF of that invoice attached, so the AI software can go ahead and apply those invoices as needed. Now, we do allow customers to make one-time payments. You can choose if you'd like for customers to choose their specific invoices. You can also give them the ability to process what we refer to as a lump sum payment, where we apply their funds to the oldest invoices first automatically on their behalf. We, of course, provide extensive and detailed reporting for ease of reconciliation for your business. We also have the ability to customize reporting for your specific business or reconciliation needs, depending upon what those daily or month-end reconciliation practices may look like for you. In addition to invoice emails that we send on your behalf, we also have the ability to send automated reminder emails for your customers. Now, those automated reminder emails are 100% customized for your business in regards to the frequency that you'd like them sent, the past due time frames or buckets that you'd like included, and of course, any messaging that may be included for those reminder emails. In addition to the reminder and invoice emails, we also have the ability to send monthly statement emails directly to your customers, making that automated for you as well. Again, our goal is just to lessen the amount of time that your AR team is sending that information out. If you have any specialty invoice types, like lot billing, consolidated invoicing, finance, or rental charges, we support all of those as well.
So as you can see from what Brittany has been sharing here in these past 2 slides, is this is providing your customers with a self-serve payment tool. It's a network that allows them at any time, any place, to view those outstanding invoices and to make the payments, as well as to view any past invoices and past payment history. So we're trying to allow them to have that convenience where, as Brittany indicated, we've seen from our statistical review that over 30% of our clients' customers are now paying after hours. And the reason for that is because they have this payment tool, this payment network, Pay Now, that they can utilize at their fingertips at any time. Here's a few more things I know that Brittany wants to cover with you with regards to our technology.
Absolutely. Keith, you've set me up perfectly here. So as Keith mentioned, our Pay Now tool is a secure online customer-facing payment portal that's available year-round, so 365 days a year, 24/7 for customers to make payments. We have lots of customization that we offer throughout our implementation process. Your business has the ability to offer customers to take credits via this Pay Now portal. We also support early pay discounts and will actually display the discount information, taking into account that discount up and until the date of the discount is passed. We really just find that that can help to encourage customers to pay sooner and, of course, take advantage of that early pay discount. You also have the ability to offer or support the ability for customers to process what we refer to as partial or short payments of invoices if you choose. If you do choose to offer that, we also will require the customer enter in some note information. We pass that back to you in your daily reporting to let you know perhaps why the customer short paid an invoice or maybe when that remaining balance will be coming due from the customer. We, of course, have three different payment options that you can offer to your customers. Those include credit card, debit card, as well as ACH e-check. One thing I like to point out here is that we do have an all-intuitive and automated surcharging solution that actually takes into account in real time all card brand rules and regulations, as well as state and federal laws in regards to surcharging. So we take all of that on your behalf, nothing that your business has to worry about. But we've found that allowing our clients to use surcharge as a strategy really helps your business to recoup a large portion of those ever rising credit card processing fees. But we do give customers the ability to bypass this surcharge, of course, by paying with ACH or debit card. Now, if you choose, we'll also allow customers to set up auto pay functionality or the ability to schedule an individual payment for a future date. This can be nice if someone of your customers is maybe going to be out on PTO, but still wants to make sure that those invoices are paid as they expected. Each customer has the ability to save up to 25 different payment methods. That can again be credit card, debit card, or ACH e-check. And then, of course, as Keith mentioned, PayNow not only serves as a remittance page for that customer where they can go in and select their invoices to process payment, it also serves as a self-service historical portal for those customers, giving them access to the payment history as well as past paid invoices. And this includes even paid invoices or payments that are processed outside of Unified's integration. We also have the ability throughout the implementation process, if you so choose, to import in 6 to 12 months of the E21.
Brittany, we're having some issue hearing you. You're fading away.
Oh, I apologize. So I was just referring to the payment portal. So we do allow customers, of course, to provide them with that historical information. So it becomes a self-service historical portal for them. Gives them access to payment history as well as past paid invoices. And this includes past paid invoices or payments that are processed outside of Unified's integration. We also have the ability throughout the implementation process to import up to 12 months of historical information to really allow customers to begin self-serving right away when you go live with Unified.
Awesome. Thank you, Brittany. And folks, I know we're throwing a lot at you. It's our hope that we can create enough interest from you with what we're sharing with our solutions capabilities and how it does benefit your customers with convenience and improved customer service, but is also with all the operational efficiencies for your accounting and your AR teams. So one of the things that we've been doing that's very successful is that we'll schedule a time to actually demonstrate our technology for you one-on-one so we can have time where we can learn a little bit more about your specific current AR environment, your challenges, your customer base, etc. And then we can delve much, much deeper into all the bullets, the feature functionalities that Brittany has just shared with you. A couple of questions came through in chat with regards to what we're sharing with you. I think we may have addressed some of them, but I want to go back anyway. There was a question that was talking about how do you inform your customers of being able to do this? Well, one of the nice things that we at Unified AR do with you and in conjunction with you is that we have a whole marketing plan that we share with you that allows you well before you go live with Unified AR to get the message out to your customers with regards to, hey, we're introducing Unified AR and their Pay Now network. Here are the features and benefits of that. We provide you with that marketing material. We'll even do training videos and things of that nature where you can work and we'll work directly with your marketing folks to make certain that you get the message out to your customers that this is how we're going to be moving forward with AR for your convenience, for your benefit. So you can access the self-serve Pay Now payment network at any time through your PC, laptop, tablet, or phone. And then there was another question that was asked about, the types of payments. And I thought Brittany did a great job in going through that. So within our payment network, you have you, the merchant, have three payment types that you can offer up to your customers. 99% of our clients offer all three. It's credit card payment, debit card payment, and ACH e-check. And as Brittany mentioned, we also have an optional service that, again, almost 99% of our customers utilize. It's called Surcharge as a Strategy. It's the introduction of surcharge to your customers, primarily to your terms-based customers that you've already given credit, and terms to that decide to pay with a credit card. If you wish, you can assess a surcharge. 47 out of 50 states today allow for surcharging. The three states that do not are Maine, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. And I can tell you that when you introduce surcharge as a strategy, it helps offset those ever-rising costs that the card associations, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover, put out there with regards to categorizing cards and their different card programs and rewards programs. And what it does within the first 3 to 6 months, when you introduce to your customers saying, hey, if you're going to use a credit card, we're going to assess a surcharge. What we've seen from our client base on average is 60% of past credit card payers from utilizing a credit card and select the ACH e-check payment, which is very beneficial to you in a sense because it's a far less costly transaction. If you have customers out there that want to use the credit card because they want the rewards points, they need a short-term line of credit, or they want additional float, they are willing to pay that surcharge because of those very reasons. So one of the things that we do in working with you one-on-one is that we will actually provide you with a no cost, no obligation analysis to show you the benefits of introducing surcharge as a strategy to your customer. The nice thing, again, is when we're working with you to also introduce surcharge to your customers, we make it very, very, very obvious to them that they can easily bypass the surcharge by selecting either a debit card transaction, which cannot be surcharged by the card association and state and federal laws, and an ACH transaction that can't be surcharged. So again, when you introduce surcharge, it's an incentive, it's a motivator to get your customers to stop using credit cards and move over to a lesser cost transaction method. And the majority of the folks, they usually select ACH e-check. Fantastic.
Excellent. Keith and Brittany, I had a question for you.
Yeah.
So you guys have plenty of customers and get a lot of customer feedback. When you talk to a customer and get their feedback, what are the things most often that you hear them praising? What are the biggest problems that you find yourself solving for them?
That's a great question, Brad. And here we've got a slide that talks just about those things. So here are just a snippet of 5 of our customers and just some quotes that we've taken from them. And obviously, any one of you that are considering, once we have an opportunity to do a demo, we do an analysis for you, we put together a proposal for you, and you say, wow, this really looks great. Can you provide references for us? And the answer to that is obviously yes. And we have a multitude of folks that'll stand up, just as you mentioned, Brad, earlier, in that P21 community that will say, here's how things have benefited us. So with regards to, costs may be the primary reason that you're looking at us with our surcharge as a strategy. Well, I can tell you, dependent upon your volume of the payments that you're taking in and how you're taking in payments, we're seeing annual savings, real hard dollar savings, fall in between 40 and up to 80% of what you're paying today. So that's one. Number two, people come in and they say to us, it's like, wow, really, you're going to do this installation with us with regards to P21, so we're integrated. Oh my God, that's going to take so much time, so much development, so much resources. And I can honestly say it's not. We've worked very hard in being able to simplify our integration process. And we've got quotes not only from Nate Valentine here at Adams Air, but many more would tell you it's the easiest, fastest implementation they've ever been through before. So don't hesitate in thinking, wow, I see all the benefits to what Unified AR can bring to us internally, as well to improving our customer service, installation with regards to the integration and our overall implementation process. We have a process in place. Obviously, we tweak that to each and every one of you, but we work diligently to make certain that it is as painless as possible to you. And I'll just finish with the implementation comment, where on average, an implementation is usually about a 45-day period of time. It could be a little shorter, it could be a little longer. It depends upon each and every one of you and your unique requests and needs. But within that 45 period day, you're looking at IT resources at a max, maybe somewhere between 2 to 3 hours max for that period of time. And then with regards to your accounts receivables and accounting, and this includes all of our training, internal training with you, you're looking at maybe 10 to 12 hours total in spending time and resources in doing things to be set up and ready to go live with Unified in a 45 period day of time. Obviously, improved payment experience, giving customers the ability to pay you electronically, securely, and having 3 payment options. You don't have to utilize all 3 payment options if you don't as a merchant, but again, the majority of our folks do. That's been a major improvement. You know, we've got prospects that'll say, well, we have customers paying us with ACH. Well, traditional ACH is a step ahead of a paper check. But as all of you know, when you receive that ACH electronically, that remittance information that you're receiving from that financial institution may not be the best. So then what you're having to do is you're having to do forensic accounting to try to figure out where that payment goes, to what invoice, etc. When a customer makes a payment through Unified's Pay Now, whether it be a credit card, a debit card, or an ACH e-check, what we do is we match that payment, that specific payment, with each of the invoices your customer has selected. So now we've got that payment matched up with all the invoices that they've selected. So we have that payment reconciled with those invoices, and then we submit that information automatically back into your P21. So now you're not having to manually post those payments and manually do the reconciliation of what payment goes with what invoice. Increase client satisfaction, which is our theme today. I can tell you, when you're talking to references that we'll share with you, they will tell you, even if we didn't have customers asking for this, and I can tell you the majority of the prospects that we speak with are coming to us because their customers are asking for it. We need a convenient way to be able to get our invoices and statements and to be able to pay. And for those folks that haven't even asked for that, they're saying the satisfaction that we're getting with our customers is just out the door. And a lot of people say, well, you know, in doing this, do they have to register? Do they have to set up a password? Do they have to set up an account? The answer to that is no. With our technology, we allow, with secure tokenization, for your customers to be able to receive their invoices and statements securely through email. They get a link. They hit the link. When they open up that link, it'll take them directly into your remittance page that we build with you, that will show them all of their invoices and when they pay. And what we see, because they don't need to register, they don't need to set up a password, on average of our client base, our clients are experiencing a 77% adoption rate. meaning so when you introduce unified AR and the pay now network to your customers, based upon the marketing materials that we provide you and how we suggest that you notify and educate your customers of this, 77% of their customer base are utilizing the unified AR payment network. Some customers much more, some less, but that 77% is head and shoulders above what other payment portals out there today are realizing with customer acceptance and adoption. And then lastly, we get a lot of folks, Brad, that ask us and talk to us. There's like our current payment provider, when we have issues, we can't reach out to them. They're not providing us with the right reports. When we call, no one's picking up the telephone. Every one of our customer reps are based within the Nashville, Tennessee area, so we're 100% US based. They all have 10 years plus experience. So when there is an issue, and issues will arise, someone is going to pick up that phone. They're going to listen to what your issue is, and we're going to get it rectified in a very quick turnaround. So I'll go back a couple of slides. Did that answer your question, Brad?
Yeah, sure did.
Awesome. So just to show you here, we love showing this slide. Here are some of our recent customers that we've boarded. And the reason why I like to show these brands is because it's so diverse. We're supporting customers as small as 10 million in annual sales, all the way up to multiple billions in annual sales. And they're all selling something different, or they're all manufacturing something different. So our software, we built the foundation to make certain that it's going to meet the basic needs of automating AR, right? But then what we've done a tremendous job at doing, and again, the references that we share with you, ask them about it. We tailor things specific to your business rules, specific to your business needs and to your customers' needs. So we don't come in with a square box and try to stick a round peg into it. We take the time and work with you each individually to make certain that we're meeting your specific and unique AR needs, again, to help you to automate things internally and give that customer satisfaction and improved customer service to your customer base. Here's a slide I'd just like to share. We're employee owned. We've been around for 8 years. We've had our integration with P21 for a little over 4 years. These figures that I'm showing you here are a little outdated. We continue to grow, which is a great thing. That we want you to know is that we're never going to lose our boutiqueness with regards to meeting your unique requirements and needs. While at the same time, we've got the technology and the experience to process digital payments well over $1 billion. That we're sending out today way over 5 million in invoices, in statements, through surcharge as a strategy, again, which is an option, and we'll show you how you can manage that. You as the merchant have the ability, if there are some customers that you don't want to surcharge, you don't have to. If you want to surcharge all your customers, you can. So it's easily managed within our system. But as you can see, we've saved our clients a significant amount of money with the introduction of surcharge. And then just with the number of businesses that we're serving today, as you can see, it's pretty vast. And that's through our clients and their clients. So just know, in coming to Unified AR, you're going to be working with an organization that you're going to know on a first name basis. We're going to know you on a first name basis, and we're going to work under the following mission. And that mission is to automate your AR workflows and processes, accelerate your order to cash through that convenience and through that improved customer service by providing your customers with the ability to receive their invoices and their PDFs through a secure link via email. We also support US mail if you need us to do that too. We can do that as well. But with them having that online payment portal and access to their invoices electronically dynamically and digitally, they're going to pay you faster. They're going to feel more confident in how they pay you because they're going to get confirmation right away when they make that credit card payment or that debit card payment or that ACH payment. There's going to be confirmation of a receipt going right back to them showing that payment's been made. And then obviously what we want to do is we want to provide you with all of these benefits of improved customer service and customer convenience and improved internal processes for your AR and accounting groups. We work very diligently to make certain that we're going to show you a significant cost savings from what you're currently experiencing today in moving over with Unified AR. Lastly, here's just a snapshot. You've already seen Brittany and myself of some of our other leaders. Again, we're well known within P21. We are going to be participating in the P21 Worldwide User Group up in Chicago at Connect 24. We're very excited about that. We're willing to sponsor and work with any P21 regional groups that you may be affiliated with out there. We've made presentations to a number of them, but we know that there's some that we haven't had an opportunity to meet yet. So we would love to have that opportunity if any of you are connected with a P21 regional group. Again, we're very customer centric. We're employee owned, and we just love having the opportunity to present. As Brad, thank you so much for allowing us to do this today. Our partnership, it's so wonderful that we, in dealing with a company where we know that our business philosophies are mutual. So thank you for this. I know we've went kind of fast and we've jumped around a little bit, but hopefully we've provided some information for some folks to think about and to consider in reaching out to us to learn a little bit more about Unified AR and how we can help their current AR environment and help with improving their customer service value and convenience.
Excellent. Now, Keith, got a couple more questions coming in here.
Awesome.
One had to do with the financial state of kind of the macroeconomic environment. The question here had to do with concerns of recessions and inflation and the like. How does Unified solution play into those kind of larger macroeconomic concerns?
Well, I think the biggest thing is as costs continue to rise, specifically with full-time employees, with the card associations. So a lot of people don't realize, when they look at their costs with card, the majority of having a credit card transaction and even a debit card transaction process are interchange rates. And the card associations, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover, they're the ones that establish what the interchange rates are. And they establish those through their individual card programs. So on average, every April and October, they increase or they change their interchange rates and how they categorize how card accepted and what that cost is going to be, meaning card not present, regardless of card keyed in or a card swipe. Is it related to a card rewards program? Not? Is it commercial account? Is it a consumer account? Those are just going to continue to increase. So what we're trying to do with the aspect of automation is to help you to be able to reallocate expenditures and costs. One of the things that we'll ask in our analysis is how many hours are you spending on average per month in posting and processing payments and in reconciling payments? Well, I can tell you, again, on average, once you integrate with Unified AR, you're going to see a dramatic reduction of those hours needed for that manual process. So you can reallocate those bodies at other places within the organization that are going to be more beneficial than just manually posting payments, and or you could have the reduction of full-time employees if that's an interest. And then obviously with the introducing surcharge, you saw the dollar amounts that our savings are representing. We're talking about in the millions. So when I have an opportunity to perform an analysis on your behalf, I'll be able to show you real hard dollar savings that you're going to save by introducing surcharge. And again, with surcharge, is that we see the majority of credit card payers stop using a credit card and go to an ACH e-check, which is far, far, far less costly to process. So those are the two big with the macro that I see with inflation and rising costs.
Excellent. Well, I do believe that is all we have right now in terms of questions. So with that, I think we're going to wrap up today's session. And I want to thank, first and foremost, everyone from Unified for joining us today. What a great group of folks to hang up with and have a lot of fun, and look forward to seeing you guys at the WUG this year. And to our customers and viewers out there, I want to certainly recommend our friends here. They've done a great job helping out our customer base. We have a lot of shared customers, and they certainly sing the praises of Unified AR. So I want to thank you guys again for your time. Thank you everyone for coming here today, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Brad, thank you so much. Sorry for the technical issues that we had at the beginning, but hopefully we've been able to put some interest in some folks to think about improving their AR work environment. So thank you so much, Brad.
Very good. Thank you, everyone.